Before we even get started with this video, I do want to say this video was made possible by the EA Creator Network, so thank you to EA for providing me an early access copy to The Sims 4 Lovestruck. So yesterday, the Sims team did a live stream in regards to the new Sims 4 Lovestruck expansion pack of showcasing all the new expansion pack features, but they were also showcasing the base game features that we're getting before the actual pack comes out. And so today, I want to be able to showcase all of the new base game updates with my early access copy. And so let's go ahead and hop into today's video. So now that we're finally in the game in Create a Sim, my favorite place to be in the entire world, I can finally show you all the new base game updates and features that we'll be getting next week before the new expansion pack, especially some features that we've been asking for over 10 years, because The Sims 4 will be 10 years old this year in September. And so I feel like this update is going to be an actual game changer, especially if this feels like a pre-anniversary birthday party to the Sims community. And so hopefully this, and then for the next few months, we might be getting something extra special, but we don't really actually know. But there's a list of things that I want to talk about in this update that I'll be showcasing here and there. And I think you all are definitely going to really like it, especially if you did not watch the live stream yesterday or just don't watch Sims videos in general. So for the first base game update that they added to the game is under your identity tab by clicking the plumb bob, clicking the customize button, and then going under more details to the new tab called romantic boundaries, which will be accessible for all players around the world next week on PC, Mac, and console. And romantic boundaries basically means your Sim's jealousy triggers. And so your Sim might get jealous if your Sim partner engages in non-physical or physical romance, excluding woohoo, or engaging in woohoo with other Sims, or talking about the Sim's jealousy triggers to other Sims. And so basically, I kind of like this because every Sim gets jealous in different ways. And so let's say the Sim doesn't want to be jealous when their Sim is engaging in non-physical or physical romance with other Sims, but gets really jealous if that other romantic partner engages in woohoo, and gets really jealous when the Sim is talking about their jealousy triggers to other Sims. So you could change this based off of your Sim's personality. If you want them to be jealous about everything or nothing, or just one or two things, it's all up to you on how you make your Sim. And I think this really helps with a lot of storytelling, especially if people who want to make family gameplay or dramatic gameplay or just wackadoo nonsense content in their Sims, or just want to have a little extra spice to their Sims life to either fix it or, you know, break it, depending on how things go. But for the next update that they added to this base game is under your edit relationships. And so they're changing the terminology of your Sims relationship, where before it was called husband-wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, fiance, fiancée. Well, they've changed it now to be more neutral and a lot more inclusive, which I find a lot more easier because a lot of the Sims don't really have like those type of relationships all the time. And so they've changed it to spouse, engaged, and also partner, where it's neutral and a lot more inclusive. So the next base game update might not be for everyone, but if you do make pre-recorded content or stream The Sims 4 with the in-game music on, this will be super beneficial for you for the long haul, where you don't get demonetized or you get your stream muted or your channel deleted. So definitely pay attention to this. So in order to find this feature, you need to go over to your game options and go over to music. And if you see this button right here called safe for streaming, by enabling this, only selected songs that are safe for streaming safe songs are marked with an asterisk. So like Tiki Boo, Real People, Reach You, Frozen, Pressure, Zumberry, Love in Your Eyes, Never Be Lonely, True, Love is True. Like these songs right here are safe to play on your stream. And so I find that super, super helpful, where you're able to play like this song or that song, and it even tells you safe for streaming. So you could play this however you so like. And I find that super helpful because getting demonetized or your channel deleted or your stream muted just because of one single song can be super hard, especially if it's your livelihood of making content on the internet. So if you did not know that, now you know, and you're welcome. And thank you to EA for providing this, because us content creators, we don't want to get demonetized or our channel deleted, because Bestie, it's hard out here. But thank you so much for this lovely feature. So for this next update, they added in 3 new hairs into the game for children, teens, young adults, and adults. And I find this super, super fun. And so this hairstyle is in base game, and it's what I call a dream. We're getting brand new locks. Like, look at this hair. This hair is absolutely wonderful, stellar, no notes. I love the hairline. I love the locks. I used to have locks a long time ago and then I shaved my head and I no longer have them now. But when I had them, they were very, very cool, hard to maintain, but the styling of the hair, of how you can style your locks, is super, super amazing. And the people who do it like for a living, absolutely wonderful. So we have the normal hair colors, as you can see up here, which we normally have in the base game, but they also included more of an ombre on the tail end of the hair. And so, of course, you cannot customize the tail end of your locks, but I still do like the idea that they have two options, one with ombre and one without ombre. And I just feel like this hair was much needed in the game, and we needed it for a very long time because the base game hairs have improved over the course of the years, but we've always needed a lot more diverse and inclusive hairs for POC Sims, Black Sims, because we don't have enough. And I feel like the more that we have, the better, where we can make our Sims a lot more different, because this is an actual game changer. Please make more. I need it in my game immediately. But for the next hair that they added in was this short ponytail hair, which I think is also like another good hair to have in the game, because some hairs are too long or too short or like just like in the middle, but not just right. So having this short ponytail is what I feel like my Sims definitely needed. They also added in a hairstyle for your feminine frame Sims, where it's like a short wavy bob type of hair, which I think it looks really, really cute. And the bob short wavy hair looks like this, and it just looks so nice. Like, it's simple, not too much, not too little, but just right. The edges are laid and we love to see it. Like, it's just like nice. Like, we have this face and hair, looks great and nice, but this one looks way, way, way better. So this is part of the new base game update that we're getting next week for all players. And of course, it does come in the other plain old swatches that we've seen before in the past, in the previous base games that you had in the past. But this looks really nice. And even the salt and pepper swatch looks so cool. I'm starting to put my Sims in like the salt and pepper hair swatch, or like the brown and gray swatch, because it just looks different and looks fancy, and it's growing on me. It really is. So if you wanted your child Sims to have like a short bob and not have too much hair, they have the short bob like the teenagers and adults, but they also have the short ponytail as well. So your Sims could have a little bit of both. Now, for the toddlers, I will say they do also have the short little ponytail, and they don't have the short bob, but they do have the ponytail. As for infants, they pretty much have nothing new when it comes to the base game update for the hairstyles, but toddlers and up have the ponytail and the short bob, and I think that's just honestly repetitively so cute. So for the next category, they added in a lot of new nail options and new colors along with pride colors into the game. And if you remember a while back ago when they did a spa day refresh and collaborated with Ebonics on that refresh of adding in new nail options, well, with this base game update, they added in a plethora of lot of nails, French tips, matte finish, shiny finish, you name it, we have it in this update. And I think it's so cool that they're adding in new like accessory type things into the game, especially for Sims who are wanting to experiment with their style, their nails, their clothing, whatever it might be. They have it in the game now, or hopefully in the future they will. But all the color options are just so nicely done that for me, I don't know much about nails. I just know they look good, and I'm like, let's give it to all of my Sims as much as possible. But I just like all the new options they added in. The pride colors are on the nails as well, which I think is really cute. They do have all the colors of the pride flags for your nails, whether it's like short or long, however you decide for your Sims, they have them in the nail option. But let's say, for example, you want your Sims to have these nails on every single outfit. Now, this update is what I call the top of the top, 10 out of 10, spectacular, never been done before, show-stopping, out of this world, keep doing it update. It truly is. Because if you know me and custom content or just creatism in general of having to filter through or scroll through every single accessory, and I want that necklace or that nail or that ring on every single outfit, well, with this update, they added in an apply all feature. And so with this, you are able to apply for every single category. So like bracelet, gloves, rings, nails, toenails, leggings, socks, everything. So let's say I want to have these nails that I have on the sim right here, but I want to apply it to like everyday, formal, sleep, party, swimwear, hot weather wear, cold weather wear, just for those outfits, and clicking the check mark button, it will highlight all these, and every category that I selected, it will have that nail on there. But if I go to athletic wear, the nails are not on there because I did not select athletic wear. But for the other categories, they are all on there because I selected what I wanted. But if you wanted to have them on all outfits without having selected, just go ahead and click apply fingernails to all outfits, and it will go to all outfits, including the one that you did not select. And so it works on like bracelets as well, apply all to the same outfit, which I think is so cool. It's been a long time coming, and I feel like this update has made the game so much better that if you have a lot of CC or a lot of packs or just anything in general where it's adding a lot more content and you don't want to scroll through, this will be for you. Like, if you're a family game player like me, I find objects very sentimental or accessories sentimental, where I say I want to have my sim wearing like this special tooth necklace for the rest of their life because they passed it down or was passed down to like a relative of theirs that passed away. And so they want to wear it at all times. Well, I now can do that and have that sim wear that necklace on every single outfit, never take it off because it's so sentimental to them. And it works for makeup as well. So if you wanted to have makeup like this yellow eyeshadow on all of your Sims outfits, apply all. And it's literally on your sim on every single outfit. So individual categories can all have the same like apply all or select outfit feature, however you so please. But the next game changer that they added into the base game that we've also been asking for a very long time, especially I feel like console players have been asking for this too, is that they added in what you call eyelashes. Now, if you are a PC and Mac player, you probably already know the Kajoko eyelashes. You know, there's a lot of eyelash content out there, but console players cannot have CC at all. And so adding in eyelash into the game is probably a game changer for them, but also including for PC and Mac players, but also people who don't download CC and mods like I do. But they added in 2 new options for eyelashes, and I will say they're okay looking. I don't think I'll use them all the time just because I have custom content, but they just look a little bit weird, a little bit blocky to me. But I still like the option of having said eyelashes in there. Now, you can do the same thing. You can apply the eyelashes to all of your Sims outfits or select outfits of your choosing. They have more of a subtle one. And then they have eyelashes for all the way around the eye. For the most part, that's pretty much what the Creative Sim base game features that we're getting, but we're gonna go into live mode or to the neighborhood view and show you a little bit more of what we're actually getting in this base game update. So if you remember a while back ago when the Sims team added in neighborhood stories into the Sims 4, where your Sims who are not in your household can do whatever they want, like die from an accident, adopt a child, have a baby, retire from career, stuff like that. Well, in this base game update, they added in 2 new neighborhood configurations where they can do friendship changes or romance changes. For romance changes, Sims may start romance and either nurture or damage their relationship. Same goes with the friendship, either nurture or damage their friendship. So your Sims will go out into the world that are not in your household to make their own friends and their own relationships and start drama however they so please. They can be the best of friends or the worst enemies. They can be the best lovers or the worst lovers where they're literally at each other's throat. So now that we're in live mode, there's a few base game romantic interactions that they changed in this base game update in preparation for The Sims 4 Lovestruck, and we are currently in the Goth household, and we have Bella, Mortimer, Cassandra, and Alexander. Now, Bella and Mortimer are love bugs. They are literally two peas in a pod. They've been married for 10,000 years and can never go away. So if we click on Mortimer and click on more choices and go to relationship, this is a brand new interaction added to the interaction wheel here. So if you click on this, you'll be able to see a plethora of options here. These four right here are not new. They've been in the game for a while, but they added in view relationship and learn more. If we click learn more, we can ask about the Sims romantic boundaries. And when we do that, we'll be able to see what their romantic boundaries might be. And it says, Bella has learned Mortimer's romantic boundaries. Non-physical romance will trigger jealousy. Physical romance, excluding woohoo, will trigger jealousy. Woohoo will trigger it, and Mortimer is open to reconsidering romantic boundaries. So this is a really cool thing of asking Sims on how they feel romantically of their personal space, their boundaries romantically or not romantically. And it goes both ways. Mortimer has learned Bella's romantic boundaries, which I think is also kind of good at the same time. And even going back to that, now that we know their romantic boundaries, we can now change relationship if we wanted to, of asking to reconsider romantic boundaries by asking to accept non-physical, accept physical romance, or accept woohoo if we want to do it that way. But we can also view their relationship, and going to that, we can see with the romantic boundaries for Mortimer, he is exploring of what that might be. And we can also go down here to their profile and see the romantic boundaries of seeing non-physical, physical, and woohoo of what things might cause him to be extremely jealous. So the next feature that they added into the relationships tab is where you can hide relationships. If you had a bad date or you had an enemy and you just want to hide that relationship from your relationship panel, you could. And so by doing that, you have to go over to your relationship panel by clicking R or the icon, click on a sim that you know, and go over to hide relationship. Now you get this pop-up saying, are you sure you want to hide the relationship between Bella and Katrina Caliente? This sim will no longer appear in the relationship panel, but the relationship will remain unchanged. A hidden sim will reappear in the relationship panel if your sim interacts with them again. So I find this really good because if, let's say for example, you had an lover or an ex-friend that you no longer want to talk to or see anymore in your relationships panel for story reasons or just in general, you could do that. And their relationship does not change at all until you interact with them again. So past lover, past friend, you're on bad terms, but it's been 10, 15 years and you want to reconnect with them and see what they're up to, how they're doing, where they're living, stuff like that. Just talk to them again and they'll go back into your relationship panel like nothing has ever changed. So if you're a builder like me, you definitely want to watch this update portion right here because they have added in a lot of new things in the base game in the past 10 years, basements, pools, ladders, half walls, you name it, they've added in a lot of new things, even terrain tools that are still scary till this day, and even rounded walls. And speaking of rounded walls, whenever we got pools back in the base games 2014, 15, well, they didn't really technically add in rounded corners like we had in The Sims 3 or The Sims 2. Now, with pools, they come in so many shapes and sizes, whether it's square, rectangle, a circle, you name it, we have it in real life. Well, in The Sims 4, you now can actually do that. So you can make your regular pool as you usually do, a lovely little rectangle, but now you can add in rounded corners to your Sims pool. So if you want to have a rounded bit right here, or around a bit right here, you could, and basically shape the pool however you want. You can make an S-shaped pool, you can make a T-shaped pool, a literal circle pool if you wanted to. Right now, let's make a nice little circle pool, just like so, and we have an oval shape, but we're gonna make it a little bit smaller, where it's actually a legit circle. So that way our Sims can basically swim in an actual circular pool. It looks like a circular hot tub. It can act like a circular hot tub, but it's a legit pool, but it can also be raised off of the ground, and you could have an elevated pool. Like, this is like literally so cool for builders who are been wanting to have a new way of making pools more interesting, more fun-like, and especially Sims who are just wanting to have a fancy pool in their backyard instead of having a regular square rectangle pool in the ground. You know, little things like that make a huge difference, especially for builders. And I find having rounded pools helpful. Even though we have rounded walls in The Sims 4 because of high school years, and now it's a base game update and having rounded walls for pools, the roundedness is starting to even itself out where everything is becoming whole again. And I'm so happy that we have this. And I hope for the future, for The Sims 4, we get more cool, beneficial quality of life updates that will allow us Simmers to be able to play the game for the long haul, especially after The Sims 4 ends eventually one of these days. But overall, with that being said, I do hope you all enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments below, as always, of what you thought about this base game update. What are you looking forward to? What's your most must-have to have in your game now? Let me know all down below. But as always, I do hope you all enjoyed it. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time. Bye!